guys, Jim. As we start today, just always want to say to God be the glory. As always, sitting here counting my blessings, something we all should do daily. You may think, or maybe you're having a bad day, you're saying, I have nothing to be thankful for. Sure you do. You have. Are you alive today? Did you eat today? Do you have a roof over your head? As you look at the face of your wife or your husband or your kids, those are blessings, guys. And be thankful for them. Not only for those things that He has done for you today, but things that He has done for you throughout life, from way back when up till now. He's been there for you, whether you've noticed it or not. He's always on your side. And He's there for you at any time you need Him. So just be thankful. And again, count your blessings, count all of them. All right, guys. Today, I'm going to get into shoulder training. I just got done doing bench pressing. And you may think, why doing bench pressing on shoulder day? For me, as you guys know, at the beginning of this, I started off, with The Biggest Loser, and I said I was on a strength training program and trying to maintain 300-pound bench press at the end of this as I continued to lose weight. That program that I was on, kind of got off of that one. It was something I was trying, worked good at first, but it just wasn't for me. So I went back to the way I train, the way I like to train, and what I know works for me. Like I always say, guys, do what works for you and provides any workout or program that you're on, depending on what your goals are, and train in that fashion, whatever is your goal. So for me, I do bench pressing daily before all my workouts, and it just seems to help me maintain strength. It's only 4 sets. I do a pyramid set. My first set is 8, then it's 5, then it's 3, then it's 1, and then I'm done with that bench pressing. And usually in between that, you guys know I'm big on doing like superset type work, and so I'll do curls as well. And it's really, really light curls. I'm talking 25 to 30 reps on those sets. Again, this is not to break down muscle. When it comes to that type of training, that's just to flush the muscle with blood and nutrients, help the muscles grow. And I'll talk about that in another arm day, explain how all that works. But let's get into shoulder training. When you're thinking of shoulders, guys, don't just think of shoulders. You got to think of anterior, medial, and posterior, or front delts, medial delts, and rear delts. All right, 3 different muscles, which makes up the shoulder. I usually start with some type of pressing exercise, seated pressing. I do or standing, whichever works best for you, whatever feels best for you. But for today, I'm going to do seated. I usually only do like 3 sets, and that's just to help get the shoulders muscles going, even though they're pretty warm from the bench pressing, but it just helps to start activating and reminding myself that now I'm doing shoulder training. When I'm doing shoulder training, just remember, as you still are pressing, but we're not going to do a straight out lockout arm press, okay? We're going to do shoulder, and that's to help put more tension on the muscle. Okay, it's time under tension. That's what we're looking for. Decent size amount of weight. Maybe do 1 set for the warm up just to get the feel of that you're doing them seated now, and then do your 3 good working sets before you move on to the medial and then go on to the rear. Most of us are anterior dominant as it is. That's why you see most people, their shoulders are a little bit more forward, and that's because everything we do is in front of us. So most of us, the anterior delts are pretty strong and basically really overdeveloped compared to the rest of the shoulder, and that's why we have that rounded, forward-looking shoulder type posture. All right, so 3 sets is all I'm going to say when it comes to getting started in the shoulder press. All right, so another thing is, here's this quick tip. When you do shoulder pressing, okay, you don't want your elbows way out here. I know a lot of people say that helps to isolate the shoulder more the farther you're out because now it's just shoulder, but you're also risking injury. The reason why you're risking injury is because you're eliminating the amount of room that you have in that socket for the shoulder to move when you're way out here. Now you have a good chance of impingements, and so you don't want that. So you want to get your arms in here closer, and that helps to allow more room for that shoulder to move as you're doing your pressing movements. Okay, so just remember that. We always want to stay safe when we're training, all right? So this is just a lightweight just to get us going. This is only 15 pounds. So we're here. And remember, your legs are strong, so as you start getting heavier in weight, you can use your legs to help you get these weights up, all right? And you're gonna be somewhat here towards the front. Remember, not out here, guys. You wanna be here. And you're gonna press, and you're not gonna go all the way out. So we're just gonna, it's kind of like a pulse. All right, and that's just the warm up. And then you get that out of your way, rest, especially that one because it's pretty light. Let's just say rest about 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. All right, but as you get heavier, you may want to rest like 90 seconds. And then you're gonna do good 3 working sets with the good heavier weight. So let's do 1 set here. And we're gonna shoot for anywhere. And this is for strength as well as growth. So 6, no less than 6. You know, I try to do about 8 to 10, but we'll see how this goes today. We're here. That was 8, and that's what, like 50 pounds or so. So now y'all wait about 60 to 90 seconds. Now go again, all right? Remember, 3 sets. And that's gonna be for your front delts or anterior delts, all right? Now we're gonna move on to the medial or lateral, some people call it lateral. And when it comes to those, move this out of the way real quick. I like to do them standing. And the reason why I do them standing is it allows me to do a little bit more weight than if I were seated, but I'll show you something a little bit different at the end. So remember, when you're doing laterals, put this back down for a second. When you're doing lateral delts, you're focusing on the medial or the center of their shoulder muscle. All right. Another tip: most people, when they do laterals, they're focusing on trying to get that hand up. Don't focus on the hand. Focus on your elbow to shoulder ratio. So you want to get that elbow up. Don't worry about where the hands are. Worry about where that elbow is. So you're focused on elbow up, not hands. Okay, so elbows. That's what we're looking for. That's how you start to activate those lateral heads. So oftentimes you can do them two-handed or one-handed. I usually just try to do one. Just helps me stay more focused on the muscle. And here I go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Now we're just going to do the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we'll rest. Again, 60 to 90 seconds. We'll go again. Remember, 3 sets. And again, focus on the elbow, where the elbow is in comparison to the shoulder. Trying to get even with the shoulder, if not a little bit higher. Okay? Now, get this back in place. When it comes to posterior, or the rear delts, we want to do 5 sets. Remember, the rear delts are the weakest part of the shoulder. So you don't want to go real heavy on these guys. There's no need to go heavy on these. But you're going to go lighter, but with more reps. And I'm talking 12 to 15 reps. We're going to do like 5 sets of 12 to 15. And again, don't have to go real heavy. So let's just say, I'll just do this here. Gonna go 15 pounds, all right? Depends, I'll warm up to maybe 20 or 25, just depends. Every day is a little bit different, but still, it's never really real heavy weight, never, all right? And when you do the rear delts, focus on shoulder, again, to elbow, rather than, you don't want to pull back because you're doing lats. We're not trying to work back today. We're working shoulders. So you want to get shoulders out, and that's going to hit the rear delts and some of the trap muscles as well. All right. So you can do them however you want. You can do them on a regular bench, flat bench, doesn't matter. Kind of, you're going to lean forward, and for me, I just keep my hands facing towards the back. All right, so kind of just straight out. And remember, we're focusing on the elbow. So kind of lean forward, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Now that's 15 reps with only 15 pounds, and I'm feeling it. All right. So again, don't go real heavy on those. We're not looking for injury, guys. It's a good way to hurt yourselves going too heavy, trying to work on those rear delts. All right. But we do want to get our posture in check. And in order to do that, we got to get and work all 3 heads of the shoulder and a little bit more on working those rear delts. So I said 5 sets. Okay. Now after you've done 5 sets, so you've done 3 sets presses, working on the anterior, 3 sets on the lateral, and now you've done 5 sets on the rear delts. Okay. Now, rear delts are going to get a little extra work, and so will the other parts of the shoulder, your medial and anterior, but rear delts will get a little bit more than the rest because you're going to do now, at the end of this, 3 sets of all 3 exercises back to back with no rest, and call that a set. So one big superset, okay? But you're going to still use the same weight that you were using for the rear delt work, and you're going to do that exercise first because you want your rear delts to get the most out of it. And you're just going to do like some burnouts for your medial and anterior. Okay. So again, now you're going to be here, and you're going to lean back over after you've rested about 90 seconds, or maybe even 2 minutes if you feel like you need to catch your breath. All right. And here you're going to do, let's just say 8 to 10, because you want to leave a little bit of energy still to be able to do the rest of the exercises. So let's just go, we'll just say 8 for today. So we're going to go 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And now I'm going to focus on, again, the medial, and we're going to focus on elbow to shoulder. So we're going to go straight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm feeling it. All right, now get your legs planted, get the weight here, and we're going to do pulses. And this is going to be just, you're going to just burn. So probably about 15 reps. If you do more, but I'll just say do about 15 and you should be fine. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, put it down, rest 30 to 60 seconds. And because I said 30 to 60 seconds on these last 3, that's because this is your burnout sets. This is to try to burn that muscle, a little more time under tension, and burn a few extra calories at the end of the workout. Okay, reps don't really matter when it comes to these. It's just getting the work in, and I guarantee you, do this workout, and it won't be long before you have those shoulders that look like boulders. So until next time, to God be the glory.